Across the vast, silent landscapes of our planet, a powerful and ancient force is at work. It's an instinct, a bond forged in the crucible of survival. This is the story of maternal love, a force as relentless as the wind that sweeps across the tundra, and as deep as the oceans that cradle life itself. It's a vow, unspoken yet unbreakable, made by a mother to her young. In every corner of the wild, from the sun-scorched savanna to the frozen polar ice, this promise is kept. It's a promise to protect, to nurture and to guide the next generation through a world filled with both breathtaking beauty and ever-present danger. This instinct isn't born of thought or reason, but from a much deeper, more primal place. It's a biological imperative, a genetic inheritance passed down through countless generations. We see it in the eyes of a lioness as she gazes upon her cubs, a look of profound tenderness that can, in an instant, transform into a fearsome glare. We see it in the gentle nuzzle of an elephant matriarch, her trunk a tool of both comfort and defense. These mothers don't choose to be brave. Their bravery is an inseparable part of their being. It's the very essence of what it means to bring new life into a world that is, more often than not, unforgiving. The challenges are immense. For every moment of peace, there's the potential for peril. A shadow passing overhead, a rustle in the tall grass, a scent carried on the breeze. All can signal the arrival of a predator. The world, for a young and vulnerable creature, is a minefield of threats. And so, the mother becomes a living shield. Her senses are heightened, her body a fortress. She's constantly alert, her ears twitching at the slightest sound, her nose testing the air for any hint of danger. Her life is no longer solely her own. It is now inextricably linked to the fragile lives she has brought into being. And so, we begin our journey into this world of instinct and sacrifice. We'll walk softly across these wide, open spaces, observing the quiet dramas that unfold each day. We'll witness the incredible lengths to which a mother will go to ensure the survival of her offspring. It's a story of immense courage, of unwavering dedication, and of a love so powerful it can stare down the fiercest of predators. This is nature's most profound battle, fought not for territory or dominance, but for the simple, beautiful continuation of life itself. The stage is set, the players are in place, and a timeless story is about to unfold. The African savanna stretches to the horizon, a sea of golden grass shimmering under the immense blue sky. The air is still, heavy with the midday heat. Here, a herd of wildebeest moves slowly, their journey dictated by the age-old rhythm of the seasons. Among them is a mother, her newborn calf still unsteady on its long, spindly legs. It stays close, pressing against her side, a small and fragile being in this vast, open wilderness. The mother is ever watchful, her head held high, her large, dark eyes scanning the landscape. She's a picture of vigilance, a guardian standing sentinel over her precious charge. Her senses are a finely tuned instrument designed for one purpose: detecting danger. Her ears, like twin radar dishes, swivel independently, capturing the distant call of a bird, the buzz of an insect, the whisper of the wind through the grass. Her nostrils flare, sampling the air for the telltale scent of a predator. She knows this land. She knows its secrets, its sounds, and its smells. She knows that the tall grass, which provides sustenance for her and the herd, can also conceal a lurking threat. Every shadow is examined, every movement noted. For her, there is no true rest, only a constant state of heightened awareness. Suddenly, a flicker of movement in the distance. A patch of grass, taller than the rest, seems to sway unnaturally. The mother freezes, her entire body tensing. Her calf, sensing the change, stops its clumsy play and presses closer. The mother's gaze is locked on the spot, her muscles coiled like a spring. It is a lioness, her tawny coat a perfect camouflage against the dry grass. She's low to the ground, inching forward with lethal patience. The herd is unaware, but this mother sees the threat. She sees the predator's singular focus on the smallest and weakest member of the group, her calf. The distance between them closes. The air grows thick with suspense. The mother does not run. Not yet. To flee now would be to signal weakness, to invite a chase she might not win. Instead, she stands her ground, a silent challenge to the hunter. She lowers her head, her horns pointing forward, a formidable weapon. She lets out a low, guttural snort, a warning. It's a sound that travels across the still air, a declaration that this small, vulnerable life is not without a fierce protector. The standoff has begun, a battle of wills played out under the hot African sun. Far from the sun-drenched plains, in the dense, silent forests of the north, another kind of drama unfolds. A mother grizzly bear leads her two cubs through a thicket of ferns and fallen logs. The air is cool and smells of damp earth, pine needles, and wild blossoms. The cubs are full of youthful exuberance, tumbling over one another, swatting playfully at butterflies. But their mother moves with a quiet, deliberate grace. Her massive head sways from side to side, her powerful nose sniffing the air, her small ears alert to every sound. She is teaching her young a vital lesson, one that cannot be conveyed with words, the lesson of silence and caution. Every snapped twig, every rustle of leaves is a potential message. She teaches them to read the language of the forest. They learn to recognize the alarm call of a jay, which might signal a wolf or a cougar nearby. They learn the scent of danger and the scent of safety. She guides them to berry patches, showing them which fruits are safe to eat, and to salmon-choked streams, teaching them the art of the hunt. But above all, she teaches them to be aware of their surroundings, to move through the world, not with fear, but with a deep and abiding respect for its power. The forest is a place of shadows and secrets. One afternoon, as the cubs are digging for roots, the mother suddenly stands on her hind legs. She towers over the landscape, a formidable silhouette against the dappled light. She has caught a scent on the wind, something unfamiliar and threatening. It's the scent of a male grizzly, a lone wanderer who might see her cubs not as fellow bears, but as a potential threat or even a source of food. Her playful mood vanishes, replaced by an intense protective focus. She issues a low huff, a command for her cubs to get behind her. Instantly they obey, scrambling to hide behind the mountain of fur and muscle that is their mother. She stands her ground, a low growl rumbling deep in her chest. The sound is not loud, but it vibrates with a power that seems to shake the very leaves on the trees. It's a clear and unambiguous warning. Come no closer. The cubs press against her legs, peering out with wide, fearful eyes. They are learning another lesson now, a lesson in courage. They are witnessing the raw, untamed power of maternal instinct. Their mother is not just a provider of food and comfort. She is a warrior, a guardian willing to face down any threat, no matter how large or intimidating, to keep them safe. The river flows, a silver ribbon cutting through the landscape. Its banks are a place of life and death, where the thirsty come to drink and the hungry come to hunt. Here, a mother crocodile has laid her eggs in a carefully constructed nest of mud and vegetation. For weeks, she has remained close by, a silent, scaly guardian. She has protected her clutch from monitor lizards, birds of prey, and other predators who would gladly make a meal of her unborn young. Her patience is immense, a testament to the instinct that drives her. The sun beats down, baking the mud, but she does not move. She waits. Then, a faint chirping sound comes from within the nest. It is time. One by one, the baby crocodiles begin to break free from their leathery shells. They are small and incredibly vulnerable. The mother, hearing their calls, gently begins to excavate the nest with her massive jaws. The same jaws that can crush bone with terrifying force now work with surgical precision. She carefully scoops up the hatchlings, her mouth becoming a temporary moving nursery. She carries them, a mouthful at a time, down to the water's edge. It is a display of extraordinary tenderness from one of the world's most formidable predators, but the journey to the river is fraught with peril. A large heron, seeing an opportunity for an easy meal, lands nearby. It stalks forward, its long beak a deadly spear. The mother crocodile sees the threat immediately. She deposits the hatchlings in her mouth into a shallow pool and turns to face the bird. She does not need to attack. Her sheer presence is enough. She opens her jaws, revealing a cavernous mouth lined with rows of sharp teeth. A low guttural hiss emanates from her throat. The heron, faced with this terrifying display, reconsiders its plan. It takes a few steps back, then launches into the air and flies away. The danger has passed, for now. The mother returns to her task, gathering the rest of her young and shepherding them into the water. Here, in the relative safety of the river, they will learn to swim and hunt, but they are still not safe. Large fish, turtles, and other crocodiles could prey on them. For the next few months, their mother will remain their constant protector. She will patrol these waters, a fearsome guardian angel in reptilian form. Her young will follow her, a tiny flotilla of survivors, kept safe by the unwavering power of their mother's love and a vigilance that never sleeps. Even in the world of birds, where life seems fragile and fleeting, the strength of a mother's instinct is a powerful force. High on a rocky cliff face, an Arctic tern has built her simple nest, a shallow scrape on the bare ground. She sits on her eggs, a small, elegant bird with slender wings and a sharp beak. The wind is relentless here, a constant chilling blast from the northern seas. Below, the waves crash against the rocks, sending spray high into the air. It is a harsh and unforgiving environment, but for the tern, it is home, and she will defend it with a ferocity that belies her delicate appearance. Her mate is away, fishing in the cold waters. She is alone with her precious clutch. Suddenly, a shadow falls over her. An Arctic fox, its white coat a perfect camouflage against the lingering patches of snow, is trotting along the cliff edge. It is a skilled hunter, its sharp eyes scanning for any sign of a meal. It spots the nest. For the fox, these eggs represent a vital source of energy in this barren landscape. For the mother tern, they represent the future. A confrontation is inevitable. The small bird versus the cunning predator. The mother tern does not hesitate. With a piercing shriek, she launches herself into the air. She is no longer a gentle, nesting bird. She is a feathered missile. She dives at the fox, her beak aimed like a dagger at its head. The fox snaps at the air, surprised by the ferocity of the attack. The tern pulls up at the last second, circles, and dives again. She is relentless. Her cries are taken up by other terns in the colony, and soon the air is filled with a swirling, screaming squadron of birds, all diving and swooping at the intruder. They work together, a united front against a common enemy. The fox is overwhelmed. It cannot defend itself against attacks from so many directions. It tries to snatch an egg, but a sharp peck to its nose sends it reeling back. The terns give it no peace, harrying it, driving it away from the nesting ground. Defeated, the fox retreats, disappearing back into the rocky landscape. The mother tern returns to her nest. Her feathers are ruffled, her heart is pounding, but her eggs are safe. She settles back down, her small body once again providing warmth and protection, a quiet and determined guardian against the harsh realities of the Arctic. The sun begins to dip below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. A profound stillness settles over the land. The wildebeest calf, its belly full of milk, rests beside its mother. The lioness has moved on, seeking easier prey. For now, the danger is past. The mother wildebeest licks her calf, her rough tongue a gesture of comfort and reassurance. The bond between them is strengthened by the trial they have just endured. In the quiet of the twilight, there is a sense of peace. A temporary truce in the ongoing battle for survival. The world feels safe again, held in the protective embrace of the coming night. In the northern forest, the grizzly cubs are curled up in a makeshift den, nestled against their mother's warm, furry body. The scent of the male bear is long gone, carried away on the evening breeze. The mother listens to the gentle sounds of her cubs' breathing. a rhythm that is more precious to her than anything else. She's taught them many lessons today: how to find food, how to sense danger, and how to trust her. As sleep overtakes them, she remains awake, a silent guardian in the darkness, her presence a promise of safety and a new day. Down by the river, the baby crocodiles cluster around their mother in the shallows. The water, which was a place of peril, is now their sanctuary. Under their mother's watchful eye, they explore their new world, tiny hunters making their first attempts to catch insects on the water's surface. The heron is gone, and the night brings a different set of sounds and smells. The mother's immense form is a reassuring presence, an island of safety in the dark water. The life she fought so hard to protect now has a chance to flourish, all because of her unwavering vigilance. From the plains to the forests, from the rivers to the cliffs, this story repeats itself in countless forms. It is the story of maternal instinct, a love that is fierce, selfless, and absolute. It is a force of nature as powerful as any storm, yet as gentle as a mother's touch. As darkness falls across the globe, a silent army of mothers stands watch. They are the keepers of the future, the guardians of life itself, and in the quiet moments after the danger has passed, we see the true reward for their bravery, the simple, profound peace of another day survived together.